Hi friends, I hope you're doing well. Listen, today we're doing a video that I do every single year. This is makeup I'm thankful for. I love to post this on Thanksgiving. So if you're in the US, happy Thanksgiving. This is just a fun way for me to celebrate today's holiday and go through makeup that I'm thankful for. Obviously, I always do a little disclaimer. There's so much more to be thankful for than makeup, but this is a fun way to celebrate Thanksgiving, and hopefully you guys get some inspo when it comes to the look, because I usually love to create a makeup look that feels very Thanksgiving-y. Also, we are still tweaking our lighting, but so far I feel like this might be one of the best lighting-wise, so let us know what you think about how things are looking now. So let's just get right into it. First things first, I am thankful for this RAVIE Beauty Signature Skin Dream Barrier Cream. You guys, this is a game-changing product. I already applied it earlier, so I'm not going to reapply it today because I already did like my sunscreen and everything afterwards. So my skin is perfectly prepped. I'm also thankful for my RAVIE Beauty Lip Renewal Treatment Oil. This stuff is so good, and it's what I have on my lips right now. It's always what I apply as my first step in my makeup routine or last step in my skincare routine. Next, I'm thankful for this little primer right here. This is the Iconic London Underglow Blurring Primer. I like this because it gives a little bit of a glow and a blur to the skin, which to me is just kind of like the best of both worlds. So I'm going to focus this on the T-zone a bit and then pick what's left and apply it to the outsides of the face. I always love to hear from you guys, so if you're celebrating Thanksgiving today, or even if you're not, or you don't live in the US, I would love to hear what you're thankful for in the comments down below. It's always so sweet to read through those every single year when I do this video. So let's keep that tradition up, and I want to hear what you're thankful for. I feel like this year, so much is different for me. It's been a really tough year for me, and so I feel like my gratitude has changed quite a bit. I feel like I'm so thankful for my sister, who I lost in February, and losing her has made my perspective on life completely change, and it's made me just so much more thankful for my husband, my babies, my family, just like the people around me, you know? It's changed a lot of things. A lot of my perspective has shifted this year. I wanted to go into a product that I'm thankful for because, you know, I'm thankful for learning new skills and being challenged a little bit. This is the M.PH Underpainting palette, and it just allows me to practice a little bit of a different skill when it comes to makeup, which I love. I also love the brush that comes with this. So I'm going to go ahead and start to underpaint using this product. I'm going to go into this color first right here. I'm obsessed with this brush that goes with it. Well, you have to buy it separately, but it was designed to go with it. It just is so beautiful. So I'm just going to try to like sculpt the face a little bit with this. I love taking the other side and going down the sides of the nose a bit with this. But yeah, I just really love learning new things, and I feel like this palette has allowed me to learn new things. I love learning new things when it comes to makeup and also in other categories. Again, I just feel like losing my sister really put things into perspective for me in so many ways, and it made me want to continue to like learn and grow, and it made me want to keep achieving my dreams and reaching for more because, you know, losing her, and she was my older sister. I'm the second oldest, so like I've never known life without her. And she's always been so inspiring to me personally. She's just somebody that always went for her dreams, and she was very gifted at many, many things. And she was only 32, which is so young. But it's unbelievable how much she accomplished in 32 years. And so I've just wanted to be more like her in that way, or just where I just go for it and I just, yeah, try new things, do new things, and try to like live up to my fullest potential now. You know what I mean? Like every single day, whatever that looks like, because you might not have the time that you think you have. And I feel like that really is what changed everything for me this year. Underpainting, by the way, is a technique that's been used for a long, long time in the makeup industry. I think PHILLIPS, though, who's the celebrity makeup artist who created this brand, M.PH, she's kind of the one that made it feel a little bit more mainstream, for me anyway. Like I always watched her tutorials wherever I could find them, and she was always underpainting. So yeah, it's kind of just like a fun way to sculpt underneath. So the concept is you create a little bit of the structure underneath the foundation, which I'm going to go into a foundation that I am very thankful for. I need to get a new bottle. This is atrocious. It is so messy and gloopy. I need to go buy a new one. It's about time. This is the L'Oreal True Match Nude Hyaluronic Tinted Serum. I'm going to take this on the back of my hand, and then I'm going to take it and really lightly just buff over all the contour, concealer, or like highlight that I put underneath. And then when you underpaint and then you apply your complexion product over, you can see it still keeps that structure, but it looks like it's coming from your skin versus the contour kind of sitting on top of the skin. My vibe for my Thanksgiving makeup this year is a little bit more glam on the eyes, which I feel like is typical for me. I love doing a good Thanksgiving eye look. And something a little more chill on the lips. I feel like oftentimes, at least I used to see a lot of Thanksgiving inspired tutorials that would go pretty lip product heavy. But the problem is I love to eat on Thanksgiving. So I don't want a lip color or a formula that's gonna weigh my lips down. So I've got something in mind, don't you worry. Okay, I also am very thankful for this little number recently. This is the Estee Lauder Double Wear Stay in Place Concealer. It's got a little more coverage than my Tarte one that I like to use, but it gives almost like an airbrushed effect to the skin, and I really, really just love it. It also helps to kind of like brighten the under eyes a bit more, which I have been really into lately. So I'm going to take that and press it underneath the eyes, and then I'm going to take what's left and kind of go on the eyelid as well. This year has made me really thankful for the little things too. Like at the beginning of the year, after losing Haley, I was really thankful for the basics, like sunshine. It was crazy to see and like to watch myself go through the most intense grief I've ever been through, and I'm still going through it. But especially those earlier days, the basics like sunshine and playing with my toddler and like nourishing foods, you know, those things that so often we take for granted until something more traumatic happens sometimes and it puts things into perspective. I'm grateful for this little Rudy Berry freckle pen. I just feel like it makes me feel confident. I don't know, there's something about it that I love. It also acts as like a second little nose contour if you want to do a little extra shaping on the sides with the freckles. But yeah, I just feel like so much was kind of forced into a different perspective for me this year. You realize what matters and what doesn't. And it's like we all kind of know what matters and what doesn't, but it really hits you in the face when you go through something hard. And all of us at some point in our lives go through something really hard and go through loss, which is crazy. I feel like loss in this way anyway, for me, losing my sister who were so close in age and so close as people, and it really just rocked my world in a way that I've never experienced before, obviously. And it's wild to think about how loss is the universal experience, and at some point we all experience loss, and it's one of the most painful, if not the most painful thing that as humans we can ever feel. I think that was what was most shocking to me, is after I lost her, like losing a sibling, I don't know, there's something different about it. And I know any of you guys who have experienced the same thing, you've left comments before, and it just is so deeply painful. Oh, I used the under eye powder from Laura Mercier. I've been really loving this. Been grateful for it because it makes my under eyes look cute and it doesn't look too heavy underneath the eyes either. I feel like you can really see my makeup in this lighting. Hopefully you're seeing what I'm seeing, but yeah, it doesn't weigh down the eyes. It just makes it look really fresh, which I love. Also thankful for my Huda Beauty powder. Let's put a little bit of that on. Can't get enough of this. Just gonna lightly tap that on the outsides of the face because I do want to apply a little bit of bronzer. Okay, I'm gonna take this bronzer. This is from Makeup by Mario. It's the Soft Sculpt Blurring Bronzer in the shade Light. I like a good sculpt, so I'm gonna go in with this and just warm things up right over top of where we applied that contour underneath, which is still there, but I want just a bit more warmth under the cheeks, down the jawline a little bit. I like to shove a little bronzer in the crease of my eye too, like that. Then we're gonna go in with my brow pencil. This is my RAVIE Beauty Easy Everyday Brow Pencil. I am very thankful for this. I love that I get to create like my dream products because of my brand, and I'm so thankful for RAVIE actually this year. I feel like that was one thing outside of my babies. I was pregnant when I lost my sister. I've since given birth to my baby boy in September, but like my toddler got me out of bed and RAVIE Beauty got me out of bed. Like those were the things that I felt like I could sink my very limited energy at the time into and feel fulfilled. I felt like it was something that really helped me feel a little bit more normalcy in those early days, helped me feel like I had a sense of purpose, which was important while grieving so intensely. So yeah, I'm just really thankful for the chance that I have to just express my creativity and create things through RAVIE Beauty. It's the most fulfilling work I've ever done. It's just such a surreal dream come true to be able to like literally conceptualize products and go from idea all the way to launch. And I'm deeply involved in every decision and in every product, which has been a new challenge, but also has been so fulfilling and rewarding. It's boosted my confidence, especially as we've continued to launch products and as we get feedback from you guys, and it's just allowed me to really lean into what I feel like is a gift in some ways of mine that I wasn't able to really like develop until I started RAVIE. I feel like I've always been very creative. I've always been very artsy. I've always had a knack for color. And it's really fun to be able to like use all those skills and keep developing those skills through RAVIE. It's so cool and so fulfilling. Thank you all as well. Your support and your love for RAVIE and trying our products and all the things you've done has allowed us to keep going and keep creating new products, and I'm just so thankful that it's something that I can keep doing on a daily basis. It's so rewarding to me. So thank you guys, because really it's you who made it possible, you know? And I'm so grateful to you guys. Just thank you. I'm thankful for this good old liquid eyeshadow from Armani. This is the eye tint in the shade 18 Matte. I'll just go ahead and, I was gonna take it on my hand, but with this color, since it pretty closely matches my skin tone, it's not too dark anyway. I find that I'm able to just kind of plop it on the eyelid and blend her out. Remember what I was talking about the other day? How I wanted to do a good old halo eye? I'm kind of wanting the same thing. So I might do a little halo eye. It's just been a long time since I've done that. It used to be one of my favorite ways of doing my makeup. I'm already looking forward to reading through your comments. I posted a video a few days back now, maybe a week or so ago now, about my 10-year anniversary, which ended up being so fun. And I opened up to you guys a bit in that video. And the comments, you guys, I need to tell you how sweet you are. Thank you for all those comments. It just made me feel so seen. It made me feel like I wasn't alone. And I'm just so grateful for you guys. And so I'm already looking forward to reading through your comments of what you're thankful for, because I just know it's going to inspire me the way you always inspire me. Okay, I am thankful for a good old eyeshadow palette. I was trying to find my Makeup by Mario Neutrals one. I don't know where I put it, so I'm going to use some mattes from this eyeshadow palette, which I recently picked up. This is from Natasha Denona. I think it's the perfect like everyday palette, and I think it's going to be great for this Thanksgiving look. So I'm going to take P2 and we're going to start to create a little bit of a halo shape by taking some of that on the outer corners of the eye, as well as taking some of that on this area here. And the idea is you keep the center bare. So I'm going to do that on this side as well, leaving the center a little more bare. I realized that whole time I never blended out my lip contour. There you go. It's a little softened now. Now we're going to take P3, which is right underneath that. It's a little bit deeper, it looks like, and a little rosier. I'm just going to add a bit of that to the same areas. I kind of want to do like a subtle halo eye. I'm also doing the same thing on the lower lash line, leaving the center open and bare for something a little bit lighter. I'm going to brighten things up by mixing Y1 and R1. These are both nice matte colors. And I want to do like a little bit of a matte halo. I think I want to add a shimmer, but let's see how this looks first. Because maybe a matte halo is kind of cool. I don't know. I'm just going to make sure to apply that in the center so that it creates almost like a spotlight effect going down the center of the eye. And then we'll apply that same mixture of colors on the lower lash line as well, just to mimic the same thing. That kind of looks cool to have it just matte. I'm going to go back in with the brush we used earlier on the sides and in the crease slightly. What do we think? It's kind of cool. I do feel like it needs a little something in the center. Since it's Thanksgiving, I'm thankful for some glitter, some sparkles. What if we do a little bit of glitter in the center? I think using this top shade right here. This is from Patrick Ta. It's their Major Dimension eyeshadow, and this is Do You Know Who I Am? I'm gonna take that top shade and let's press that in the center of the eye. And I like to have it kind of scatter a little bit over too, but we're gonna focus that in the middle for more of that proper halo look. That's so pretty. I like just a little light scatter. That looks nice. All right, we're gonna go in with, let's use my eyeliner. Let's see, where did Umber go? I was looking for Umber. This is my soft definition long wear eyeliner in the shade Umber. I'm taking this, it's a beautiful brown. This one has a little bit of a warmer undertone. I'm gonna just sketch that onto the outer portions of the lid. Take my eyeliner brush, which I designed to go perfectly with this formula. And I like to take it with the angle facing outward and drag it in. Then I flip the brush around and then I kind of like to feather it up and out. You can also take the brush and go directly onto the liner and use it that way and scribble it on. Pretty. This side, I also like to take a little bit and go right against that lower lash line on the outer third. I feel like there's something so pretty about that. Okay, let's see. I want to do a little eye brightener. So I'm gonna take my Longwear eyeliner in the shade Dune. We're gonna apply that to the waterline like that. And then I'm thankful for beefy lashes from Dibs. I have been loving this lately for when I just want crazy volume with my eyes. So I'm gonna take the brown primer. By the way, this is their double-ended mascara. It's so good. So we're gonna start with the brown tubing primer. The only thing is I feel like I'm running out of this quicker because there's just less product on both sides versus, you know, a full bottle of mascara. It's almost like you have a travel size. But to me, it's still worth it because if you're somebody who loves a good, like, beefy lash, I think you'll really like this. I like to apply it to the lower lashes as well, especially with the brightener in the waterline. I love putting lower lash mascara on to create a little bit of a deeper contrast. Okay, then we're gonna flip over the mascara and apply the voluminous formula on top of that primer. This is gonna give you pretty beefy, velvety lashes, so if that's not your vibe, you might not like this. So if you're following along, just use your favorite mascara. But again, since it's Thanksgiving and I'm gonna be eating all day, I like to have a little bit more fun with my eyes. Like a little more vavoom, you know? Yeah, it's definitely a specific aesthetic. Some people would avoid this type of a beefy, spidery lash look entirely. But I like to do it on purpose sometimes. So pretty. I don't know, I love a good beefy lash. I feel like I always talk about this blush, but I don't even care. This is my RAVIE Beauty Endless Diffusion Baked Blush in the shade Paradise. This has single-handedly carried me through the year, through having another baby. It just makes me feel good. So I'm going to apply this all over as my blush. And it's a great blush to use whenever you like don't know what blush to match with your lipstick or your eyes, because it just kind of like goes with everything. It's not too pink. But it's pink enough to like add life back to the skin a bit. It is my favorite. Okay, for lips, I'm obviously thankful for my lip liners that launched this year. Specifically the shade Almond, which I'm going to use today. It's just the best little like contour shade. And I always like to apply it and then use my finger to just blend that out a little bit. And then I'm thankful for my effortless lips. And I'm going to use the shade Zinnia today because it's just a perfect like fall mauvey brown, which I think is perfect for Thanksgiving. But it's not too like overdone either. And this is gonna wear off beautifully and you won't have to worry about it. I'm loving that. Okay, I'm just gonna assess the situation a bit. And then I'm thankful for a good old setting spray. I've got two that I'm loving right now, the Danessa Myricks one and the One Size. I'm gonna use the, let's do the One Size Powder Melt spray first. It's so phenomenal. I'm going to keep this on the sides of the face for just a little bit of freshness. It's going to add back a bit of glow, but it's not going to like make you feel or look greasy, which is the best. And then the Danessa Myricks one is going to almost give you like a filter in real life, airbrushed look. So I like to focus this in the middle. Let that dry a bit. Before that sets down all the way, I'm going to use a powder that I'm thankful for. This is the Rimmel Stay Matte Powder. It has stood the test of time, and I love to add this through the T-zone just to make sure my natural oils are a little more controlled, especially if I'm cooking, you know, all the things. Here we go. And then we're going to use a brow gel that I love and I'm thankful for, the Rare Beauty Brow Gel. It's just really good. It's a nice balance between one of those super thick pomades and a thinner formula. Has a great hold, and I like the spoolie on this. All right, you guys, so that completes today's makeup look. I hope you enjoyed it. I feel like this is very much my vibe. It's very comfortable, it's very elevated from my everyday, but it still feels very much me, especially in this season of my life where I'm just a mom mostly, you know, all day. And so I feel like it's a little bit of an elevated version of what I typically do on an everyday basis. I love the halo effect on the eyes, but I kept things a little bit more soft with softer colors. The focal point is the lashes today, which I really love. Everything else just feels like an extension of myself, which was my goal. So I hope you guys enjoyed this look. Let me know if you recreate it today. I hope you all have a wonderful Thanksgiving with your loved ones. I hope you know how much I appreciate you. Genuinely, I'm so thankful for you guys, especially this year. Like, the more I've opened up to you guys, the more comments I've received and the more I've realized that I'm not alone in what I've gone through. So my heart goes out to all of you who have also had a rough year or who have experienced loss in your own lives. Like, we're all in this together. We're just trying to navigate this one day at a time, and it's so fun to have a little corner on the internet where we can just play with makeup and chat about life a little bit and hopefully give you guys a little boost for your days, since life can be tough sometimes, right? And it's nice to be able to rally together and remind ourselves of what's really important. So I love you guys. I'm so thankful for you, and I hope you have a wonderful day wherever you are, and I'll see you in my next video. Love you.